After an explosive showdown between Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang, it's time to uncover the pulse-pounding pro's reactions after the fight.
Probably retires, but look, that's up to him. Yeah. That ain't to you, me, Teddy Atlas. That's up to him. He reached in with the right hand, which is what he's always looking for. He fell into space a little bit, and he got countered with the most dangerous punch in southpaw control. Everyone thinks the most dangerous punch for a southpaw is the left hand. And we all thought it tonight with Zhang. And it is dangerous. It's the power punch. But for me, it's always the right hook. You know why? Orthodox fighters aren't used to seeing that punch come from that angle. You know, your peripheral doesn't pick it up. Yeah, you haven't seen it that much, and it's hard to pick up. And he reached in with right hand, he got countered. Give Zhang credit. He threw the right punch. He countered him with the right hook, and then he followed him. You know, obviously he twisted around, he followed him, which you're supposed to do. You follow the guy, right? You know, you don't stop till the referee makes you stop. He followed him, he caught him again, he finished him.
Just not the same, in all honesty. You know, just feel that his belief's not there anymore, and you know, you've got to ask yourself why. Is it just time? Is it something else that's not right? But you know, he's not letting his hands go, and that's what made him one of the most feared fighters in the world. So yeah, that's, you know, it's all down to sort of personal opinion of what's next for him. That's up to him. I mean, look, he's not the fighter that he was at the moment, but people come back, but you know, it's deep in the road. I went up to him, I mean, he was very, you know, he thought he shouldn't have been stopped, but I don't think there's many that don't feel that way. But obviously he was frustrated because look, he's, you know, I'm sure he's given everything in camp. He's tried to talk to himself and convince himself that he's still that fighter, and he hasn't been able to perform. So I would think he's incredibly frustrated, but we wish him all the best.
The Big Bang is back.
Standing power and Big Bang and evidence. Today is Queensberry and Matchroom.
Congratulations, it wasn't the fight you wanted, but you finished it in style.
Yeah, I'm happy that I even have this fight because I could sit at home today. Thank you to Riyadh Season and Turki Al-Sheikh that he made this fight.
And Malik Zanad, he deserves a lot of credit, doesn't he, for stepping in so late as well. A lot of respect.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Zanad because he took this fight less than a month and he was so confident. It was his chance, and he showed a really warrior spirit. And this is, I think, from his family, his brother, his father. I see they supported him today. Thank you for them.
And obviously, the fight you wanted was Beterbiev. When he's fit to fight for Undisputed, is that next? It has to be next, right?
Of course, I want to move forward. I want this fight.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before this much-awaited bout, which was part of the Matchroom vs. Queensberry 5v5 event, experts weighed in with their insights. Let's delve into the pre-fight predictions that preceded this blockbuster battle in the ring. Jarrell Miller, an American professional boxer and former kickboxer, predicted the recent showdown between Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. Jarrell Miller was really very confident when he called out the favorite and said Jiang is going to knock him out. He also stated the reason why he favored Jiang. Jarrell Miller explained the Jiang's personality before the fight. He's a big, durable guy. He's mean. He throws leather at everybody he fought so far. He either dropped or hurt them. And we know Deontay Wilder's super chinny, so if he lands on him, he's going to get him out of there. Debo Franklin was confused about the state of Deontay. He simply said, I like it for both of them, with everybody doubting Deontay Wilder if he still got it or not. Zhang was supposed to be the one, but then Joseph Parker coming and ruined the plan. So it's like they both coming off some big career-defining moments. On the other hand, Joseph Parker anticipated the heavyweight showdown between Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. Joseph Parker initially assessed the power of Wilder and anticipated it's all up to him. If he wants to come back and be Deontay the Bronze Bomber, it's all up to him. Joseph Parker predicted with a firm belief, I feel like Wilder caught me with those two good shots, but I think with the fading and activity lessons, Wilder can line him up for a big shot. When the movement stops for Jiang, he's a setting target. So I would have to go Wilder. Everyone was unsure about the form of Deontay Wilder that he was about to show in the ring, but they were sure of one thing that was also reflected in Tony Bellew's statement about the fight. He added, I don't know what's going to happen in this one. If the Deontay Wilder that I've seen in the past turns up, I have to favor him by knockout. But if the Deontay Wilder that fought Joseph Parker turns up, he's getting stopped. He's getting knocked out. It was even difficult for anyone to predict the outcome, as it was dependent on which version of Wilder showed up on fight night. But at that time, people were eager to know what was going on in Deontay's mind. In the meantime, his trainer, Malik Scott, gave perspective on Deontay's mindset by offering a glimpse of his psyche. Scott revealed, for Deontay, he has a kill instinct in him and a stubbornness in him that I don't believe could be cut off. I don't believe that he could change that really. I believe that he is who he is. He's a very violent man, not just in the ring. If he's not in the ring, he's shooting guns. If he's not shooting guns, he's handling business very aggressively. If he's not doing that, he's being aggressive with other things. This is just who he is. After getting insights into Wilder's mentality and approach, people gained more curiosity towards the fight that has finally happened, and now the results are clear. But before getting into recent reactions by the pros, let's dig deeper into the pre-fight predictions and scenarios. Deontay Wilder's trainer Scott further said, but I know tons of killers who also had a bad night in the office concerning boxing because it's controlled chaos. Whatever way you look at it, you're going to have to use your mind if you really want to be surgical and knock somebody out cold, especially at this level. In other words, he suggested the necessity for physical prowess and mental acuity to his boy in the ring. British boxer Derek Chisora shares his bold predictions for the clash between Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder. He predicted confidently, Chisora's statement was quite direct and absolute, leaving little doubt about his stance on the outcome of the Zhang-Wilder bout. He said, Chisora's blunt assessment also caused a thrill before the fight, as he suggested a definitive outcome in the favor of Jiang. Boxing commentator of Counterpunch Boxing News, Kurt DeVille, shared the knockout percentage of both fighters ahead of the boxing night. He stated, 87% knockout percentage for Deontay Wilder. Still high after all those knockouts compared to the 72% knockout percentage from Zhilei Zhang. He further shared his prediction in his podcast where he said, I look at this fight as do or die for both fighters. I look at the keys of victory for Wilder. Wilder needs to fight tall, and he needs to stay elusive. It was not only a prediction, but also a suggestion for Deontay Wilder, as you can clearly see that. Tyson Fury's manager, Spencer Brown, shared Fury's perspective on the upcoming fight between Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. Here's what Spencer Brown shared ahead of this recent big clash on behalf of Tyson Fury. When we saw Deontay Wilder in London, we did think he looked a bit different, like he was more on the job, and I was speaking to Tyson about it the other day and he thinks Wilder beats Zhang. Tyson thinks Wilder stops him. Tyson Fury's prediction echoed a sense of confidence in Wilder's fans, as he suggested that the former champion was still poised to deliver a definitive victory over Jiang. Adam Morali, a heavyweight boxer, also gave his predictions for this fight, and he said, you'd fancy old Wilder to KO Jiang in the second half of the fight as Jiang gets slower and slower. He further said, it's an absolutely phenomenal fight to watch. In this statement, Morali clearly identified Jiang's weakness that could become the biggest possibility of Wilder's win in the last rounds. Former world champion George Groves talked about Wilder's state and Jiang's potential before the fight. In an interview with Betway, George Groves confidently revealed his belief that the Bronze Bomber era era is over. He predicted, Jiang beats Wilder. Jiang came in really heavy against Parker and just ran out of steam. Maybe he will bide his time and try to chin him late, but I think Jiang wins. The problem for Wilder is, once you've had a big payday, you start to see the softer side of life. And when you start earning really good money, the fight leaves you. In the gym, Wilder always looks really good, but he can let you down. On fight night, he sometimes doesn't perform, and he looks like a novice. Grove's analysis reflected the concerns over Wilder's mindset and performance consistency, ultimately leading him to predict Jiang's victory in the upcoming showdown. Another former world champion, Richie Woodhull, also expressed his predictions in favor of Jiang ahead of the fight. He said, "Is this one last fight of Deontay Wilder? I'd like to think so. But Jiang, we all know what he can do. I'd probably just edge Jiang, to be quite honest." He did not only give predictions for Jiang's win, but above and beyond, he alarmed the people about Deontay's retirement after the fight. Joe Joyce, a fighter with first-hand experience against Zhilei Zhang, also offered his perspective on the previous battle between Jiang and Deontay Wilder before the ring set to fire. He said, "When Wilder fought King Kong, Tito Ortiz was kind of winning until he stopped his footwork and then started going the other way, and then that's when he got tagged there." Joyce highlights the importance of footwork and patience in Wilder's strategy. He highlighted that these elements could be key to his success against Jiang. He further added, "Now, Jiang hasn't got as good footwork, but has a great defense, and he hits very hard counters as well, fast. But Wilder, I think, will have quicker footwork, and he can obviously hit, but he's quite patient in waiting for that opportunity. It's like two snipers that circle each other, I think." Joyce vividly described the possibility of the tactical fight to unfold between two powerful punchers. "I think Zhang's got the better boxing technique, and he's a southpaw, but I don't know, maybe the best man wins. Wilder obviously can hit, but I think it's going to be a really interesting fight." Ben Davison, a British boxing trainer, thought the match could have gone several ways. He was unsure due to the intriguing match situations. He said, "Intriguing. I'm not sure, being honest. I can see a couple of different scenarios." However, when insisted, he picked up Jiang against Deontay. He revealed, "I think if Wilder goes about it the way I think he's going to go about it, I probably slightly favor Jiang." A former trainer of Dillian White has been asked about what would happen should Zhilei Zhang versus Deontay Wilder be confirmed, and he made a bold prediction in response ahead of the fight. He boldly predicted, "I fancy Jiang in that fight. Too big, too natural, too well-schooled. Height be oldish, but he's too big and too natural. He will have no out against Wilder. Wilder will have to crack him to break that big tree down, and I think Jiang would have too much." With these predictions in hand, the suspense for the potential showdown between Jiang and Wilder raised to higher levels as experts and insiders weighed in with their perspectives on the likely outcome. David Haye, a former professional boxer, also gave his prediction. He said, "Massive fight for both guys coming off of a loss. Well, both coming off those losses to Joseph Parker. Very, very interesting fight." Further, he stated that, if Deontay Wilder can bring back the old magic, if he can throw punches because he didn't really throw anything last time, it was a very strange performance, or maybe it was Joseph Parker nullifying him. Maybe people weren't giving Joseph Parker the credit he deserves from deactivating the Bronze Bomber. David Haye highlighted the fight's significance for both fighters who were coming off recent losses, particularly to Joseph Parker. He pondered whether Wilder's previous lackluster performance was due to Parker's tactics or underestimated skill. Zhilei Zhang's trainer for this recent fight, Sean George, revealed his approach to correcting past mistakes, and he also honed Zhang's skills. He said, "He's one of those fighters that understands what he did wrong, and he understands that when it comes down to everything else, that he made a mistake, and he fell in love with his power. So we're going to correct that mistake." Sean George further elaborated the Wilder's strategy for this fight. "Every single round, we do look for the knockout. If it goes 1 round, if it goes 12 rounds, we're going to be looking for the knockout no matter what. We respect Deontay Wilder. I respect Malik Scott as a coach and as a friend, but we're here for the win. We're brothers, but we're competitive at the same time. Everybody here is going to be competitive." Highly focused on aggression and determination, Jiang's camp left no doubt about their intentions for a thrilling encounter with Wilder. In the high-stakes world of heavyweight boxing, predictions were flying high for the potential fight between Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder. With insights from trainers, former champions, and pundits, the excitement was super high. As the fight wraps up, it's clear both Deontay Wilder and Jiang put their all into the match. This fight was super important for them to get back on track in boxing. But what's next for these two champs? Keep watching to find out.